everybody, Surprise Live with Sarah and Tim Peck. We are talking now, letting you know about our live event we have tomorrow, which is pretty exciting. We are going to have Jennifer McCormick, Destiny Wells, and Karen Tallian all on at once. And these are huge Indiana Democratic leaders of our whole state. And they are all running for Indiana State Democratic chair. And the contest is heated. It is pretty exciting. And most regular Democrats in Indiana have no idea about it. So we are coming to you to try to inform you, get you excited about where Indiana's hopefully going to go and how we are doing our best to stop the extremism in our state. Tim Peck, Introduce yourself. Take us away.
I'm Tim Peck. I am one of the founders here at Project Next. At Project Next, we are trying to do media that is free of fear and hate that the national and even our local media likes to do to get us to click. The whole point here is to bring people together, to have views from either side of the aisle, to have unbiased views as much as we can, to call out biases, and just be able to tell you about how we can have better lives, right? And that's what we all want. And so we have three leaders from the Democratic Party coming on tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, February 20th. And these three leaders, they're impressive people. Jennifer McCormick, Karen Tallian, Destiny Wells. Even Sarah had trouble saying who should be first when I list these things on all of our promos, and decided alphabetical would be the best way. There's three powerhouses here. Like, how do you do this, right? So Jennifer McCormick is, ran for governor, has held statewide office in Indiana as a Republican, running education in the state, and then came over to the Democratic side and ran a great race. Karen Tallian is a former minority leader and in the state Senate, and former state senator, and been a leader in the party for very long. And then Destiny Wells, who ran for Attorney General just now and did an amazing job with that as well. Second time running for statewide office. Dynamic personality who will be great on the show.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have them. I am friends with Destiny the most and Jennifer. I have never met Karen, so I'm excited to meet her. And as a woman, I'm really pumped that three strong women are running for chair. There's another person running, Derek Camp, but he was unable to attend this live tomorrow. But it's been really wonderful seeing Jennifer and Destiny run in this election and see how hard they worked, how many people they talked to, and honestly, how well they did in the race. I know people just are like, well, they didn't win. Well, they did a lot better than the previous elections we've had lately since Indiana has become a supermajority of Republicans. So
in an election where countrywide Democrats tanked, right, and did much worse across the way. So in Indiana, we actually started to gain some ground, and may not feel that way, but that's what happened.
Yeah, so we're building Indiana. 4 years ago, we were like this. Then we went to here at this recent election. We want to go here this next time. And in 4 years, in 2 years, hopefully we can grow. But then in 4 years, when we run for governor again, I hope that Jennifer McCormick runs for governor again. I don't know whether she will, but I hope she does. I really think we have a strong chance of winning. And it's not because Democrats are great. It's because the supermajority of Republicans are trying to destroy public education and trying to do a lot of extreme things that the majority of Hoosiers are against. So the policies are so unpopular. That's one of the big reasons I started this show, get the word out. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, trying to call out the bad and get better people in. I love personally that Jennifer McCormick is a former Republican, because I know a lot of great Republicans, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's one of my favorite things about the ticket that we just had, right? At the top of our statewide ticket, we had a former Republican. And that's the whole message that, we're trying to do on this show and on this media channel is around bringing balance, right? Bringing multiple viewpoints, not being so biased to say every Republican is bad.
And every Democrat's good.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, because
right?
people are people, regardless of whether they have that D or I or R next to their name. Is the person trying to do good for the state, or are they trying to do harm?
One of the questions I wrote for tomorrow is, what would it take for you to vote for a Republican? So I said that as one of the, I don't know if we'll make it. It's at the end there. There's going to be a lot of questions, a lot of conversation, but it's on there. But so we're just trying to think about what we can ask these leaders about how it's a little bit different. We're not asking them to campaign for themselves. We're asking them to show us the future. They are leaders, whether they win this race or not. What does the future look like for Indiana, for regular people on the ground? Less so what it looks like for the party. What does it look like for those people on the ground, and how can the party help people get to a happier place?
Even a year ago, I did not know much about Democratic state politics. Running for state house is what helped me. Since then, my biggest concern is gatekeeping, and I had my own Get the Word Out episode about Indiana gatekeeping. If you want to watch it, you can go back and find it. I'm really curious about gatekeeping, and what are we going to do to bring more people to the table of Indiana Democrats? Because I have met many people who have been turned away at maybe their county level, or at their district level, or at the state level. And so I'm interested to just hear from these leaders, what is their plan to include more? And like, let's just talk for a minute how these people are going to become chair. I don't get to vote. Tim Peck, who runs for Congress, does not get to vote for who goes for chair. It's a designated group of people. I believe it's 40. Do you think, is that the right number? That's what I heard.
I don't know the exact number, but it's
so I think it's 40 people that get the vote. I think you have to be the Democrat district chair. So you and I are in District 9. Adam Dickey is our chair now. He's probably going to be the next one. He's going to get a vote along with the vice chair. I don't even know who the vice chair of District 9 is. Do you know, Tim?
Right now, so it doesn't much matter because we're moving on to our next one. Right now, it's Linda Lawson.
Is it going to be her the next time, or do you think
she's not running this time?
She's not running again. So we'll get a new, and if we're going to have a male district chair, it'll be a female vice chair. So the district chairs, which are all up for election, or all up for, I don't know whether reorganization, in the month of March, a week before chair is picked, we're going to get some new district chairs. So there's 9 district chairs and vice chairs. Each of them get a vote. And then there's different caucuses, like young Democrats, college Democrats, Latino Democrats. The chair of those caucuses get one. And then there's a central committee, and those people get a vote. And then there's a few more, and it equals 40, I believe. And so the person that wins is going to need to get 21 of those people. Now, the reason I'm explaining it to you is because I don't want you to feel like you don't have power. You have power in this decision by finding out who's your Democrat chair, or who's going to be your new one. Here in Harrison County, we're going to get a new one March 1st. I think I know who that's going to be because I'm part of leadership there.
Let me just clarify that, because there was something missing in that sentence. So just to be clarified for people who are not part of the party and all these mechanics. So each county has a chair.
Yes. Good.
And
good.
So in Indiana 9, there are 18 counties. And so 18 of those people and their vice chairs, the chairs and the vice chairs, vote for who the district chair will be. And there are 9 districts in Indiana. I ran for Indiana 9 in the U.S. Congress. So there are 9 districts in Indiana. And those are the people who are going to be voting. There are 9 of the 40 people voting on this next a state chair. And so you do have influence, as Sarah's saying, at the county level. The people who vote for the county level chairs and vice chairs are the precinct chairs. And these
Which
are,
I am a precinct chair. Yes.
I'm
a precinct chair of my county. So I will get to vote for who I want to be chair, vice chair, secretary, treasurer of Harrison County on March 1st. We're having our event at 10 in the morning
Right.
on that
And so
Saturday.
anyone could be a precinct chair. You all can
Yes.
sign up to be a precinct chair, and there's officially kind of an election process of two or more people want it. That deadline is passed to be able to sign up for that
For
and
this election,
vote.
but you can for the next ones. Right.
But you could still sign up tomorrow and yeah.
So let's say you're a new volunteer, because here at Harrison County, we got 10 new people coming. They came to our last meeting last week, which was fantastic. We had 28 people, which was the most we've had maybe ever, or that I've been a part of them. And if you're brand new, find out when your county Democrat or Republican meetings are and go to them, and then say you want to be precinct chair. And then if they tell you no, please tell us. We want to know. That's gatekeeping. That's gatekeeping. So at Harrison County, we pretty much don't tell anybody no. Sometimes we already have a precinct chair and a vice chair for that area. But did you know you don't even have to live in that area? I think you just need to live in your county. So I'm precinct chair of where I live in the Palmyra area. But you could, if there's somebody else in Palmyra that wants to be precinct chair, they could take another one. We have open spots. We could use some more. So that's something you can do, but you don't even have to be precinct chair. Just find out who the new chair is going to be. And it's in March. It's in early March. And then talk to them about who you want for state chair. And they should talk to the district chairs, which will be determined the next week after March 1st, right? And then there's just a week.
The district chair, if they, for hours, it's 18 counties. For somewhere else, it might be 7 counties,
In Indy, it's like, 1 or 2 counties or whatever, because there's a lot of people there.
Full county. And so if you're the district chair, you're going to have to listen to those 18 counties or however many county chairs that are talking to you and saying, this is who we would like to join. That's not the only voices that you're listening to, but those are some of the voices. And so you do have influence over that.
My main encouragement to district chairs, if you are going to become one or you are one, is that you listen to the people, to the precinct chairs, to the regular volunteers, to the county chairs, and that you don't listen to the people above you. That's what I am concerned about. I think they should be listening to the majority of Hoosiers and making sure they are doing the best for us in our districts. So I really encourage it. And then when these 40 people get to vote for chair, it's an open election. So we will get to find out who they each voted for. And I'm happy for that. I'm going to be personally talking to Adam Dickey and letting him know my thoughts. I'm going to be very open and honest with him and explain to him my thoughts on this. And I'm going to say, I will be watching. Are you listening to people at the top that are, in some cases, out of touch with rural voters down here in Southern Indiana? And there are a lot of Indy-based people. Or are you going to be listening to District 9 people? So that's something we can do.
Do you think tomorrow will influence how you feel about who should be chair at all? And what these people are saying on our show?
Yes, I do. I'm really excited to hear what they say. Like, I'm really interested in the gatekeeping question. That is something that I'm seeing is holding us back in Indiana.
My big interest before you start is around the rural question, really, and how do we re-engage rural voters? And so, as we've written the run of show, Sarah's going to ask a gatekeeping question first, and I'm going to ask a rural voter question second to get the show started. So those are our top 2 kind of things that we're looking to learn about. But go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I am so excited to hear from them because I haven't really talked to them since I found out they're running for chair. This is an unpaid position and it's going to be a lot of work. So I just want to thank everybody that is running. You got a lot of power and you have a lot of leadership, and who this person is going to really matter to Indiana, especially if we can get some Democrats in office and we can help stop the extremism happening. So I'm very thankful to them for being willing to do this. And I really want to know their plans, and I want it in language that regular people understand, not the people in the weeds of the Democratic political thing where if you listen to what they're talking about, it doesn't make sense because you're not in it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to have a normal conversation about their plans for reorganizing in a state that desperately needs help.
Yeah, and again, I don't know Karen very well. I just met her in the process of doing and preparing for the show, but she, articulate and someone who obviously cares, right?
Right.
And then Jennifer and Destiny both are people who hugely care and have shown that they care. How much time did Jennifer and Destiny put into going to all of the 90 counties across this state and, engaging with so many different voters every day for years, right? They ran for years to make this happen.
I mean, I just ran in 4 counties and I was exhausted, and you ran in 18 counties and you were exhausted, and they were doing the whole state.
Yeah.
And just as a woman, to see Jennifer and Destiny, these 2 strong, smart, brave women run out the state level to try to save our state, it meant a lot to me personally. And on my rough days running for state house, I would think about what they were doing for us at the state level, and I would climb myself out of my dark place and keep going, because what they did was a lot harder. I'm just so thankful. And I'm like, had so much. It was so wonderful talking to my kids, my 3 children, and explaining that I knew these people. They were running to try to save them. Jennifer McCormick ran to save public education, which is still being attacked right now in Indiana. And it just meant so much to me personally to see them do this, put so much effort into it. It's a brave thing to run for office, for public office. You get a lot of judgment, a lot of scrutiny. You're always on. You have to be careful about what you say. And I thought they did a really good job on their campaigns, and I'm really proud of them.
Yeah. Well, wrapping this up, it's just 3 really talented, passionate people who, as Sarah said, just have to give a lot of themselves, a lot of their time, a lot of their effort, a lot of their energy, a lot of their personal time to be able to help lead not only the Democratic Party, but be able to help form a Democratic Party that helps Hoosiers and brings balance to the state. So
that helps all Hoosiers, regardless of who you vote for. Yeah. Absolutely. And before we leave, we need to go over how to watch the live. I noticed when we did our giant 5-hour live a few weeks ago, people were struggling to figure out how to watch the show. So you can watch it in multiple places, but the best 3 places are Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And on Facebook, you can watch it in 2 places. You want to go to the accounts of either Sarah Blessing Project Next or Project Next. Sometimes Sarah Blessing Project Next is easier to find because we're not the only Facebook Project Next out there. If you go to those and the live has started, let's say it's 5:31, go to those on Facebook. At the top of our account, it'll say live, and just click the live show. If you miss it, if you catch it and it's 7:00 at night on Thursday, or it's another day and you want to watch it, go to the same thing. Go to Facebook and find the show and you can watch it. It will be a podcast, not live, but just a couple hours after it airs. You can listen to it as a podcast. For those of you that enjoy listening, you can get your work done while you do that. If you want to watch us on YouTube, we would appreciate that, because we're doing great on Facebook, but YouTube, we could use more subscribers. If you go to YouTube, you type in one word, Project Next Movement. It's all one word, Project Next Movement. Subscribe to us, and then go to YouTube and click. You can search for us again, or you can click for who you subscribed. You need an account. You need an account to subscribe to us. You don't need an account to watch us live. So to just watch us. So even if you don't want to subscribe to us, but you want to watch it on YouTube, just click in Project Next Movement in YouTube. Twitch, type in Project Next Movement, same as YouTube. And you can watch it on Twitch. You can watch it live, or you can watch it after. So it'll be on Instagram, but we can't see your comments. If you watch it live, the best places are Facebook, YouTube and Twitch, and we will see your comments on air. I don't know whether we'll have time to get to your comments, but we might be able to put them on the show and talk about them. So it's also good if you're confused, you can ask a question during the live and maybe somebody will answer it if we don't get a chance to. So it's pretty fun watching it live, I think.
Yeah, pretty good fun. It was with the live interactions and all the comments. I think so. Scott, Aaron Rodgers will be moderating and moderating the comments and probably be able to interact with people while we're doing this.
Yes, that is true. We will have Scott, who is very informed about what's going on, so he can answer you if we can't say it on the show. He'll text it back. He'll message it to you. So that's cool. That's a good point. Yeah. I want to thank Scott Aaron Rodgers for doing that with us. I'm pretty excited about it. I hope you guys tune in. I think it's the biggest thing we've done so far at Project Next, with like big giant leaders of the state coming on. I think it's the first of many. We're going to start having more. We are growing at Project Next Media.
It was really surprising. I mean, they just all three said yes right away. They all realized the opportunity that they're going to reach a lot of people through all the platforms that we have going, both the live show, yes, but then the post-production shows and the podcast, and then all the, cutting it up and putting up little clips throughout all of our social media. It's tens of thousands of people.
We're hitting tens of thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people by now when you add them up from the different social media platforms. I am very proud of us and thankful people do want to listen to what we are saying. Here at Project Next Media, our main goal is to make your life better. And we do that with different shows and different things going on. So that's been fun. I'm really thankful to everybody for sharing. You can share this episode if you'd like. And we got more exciting stuff coming. I'm going to do a new show next week on Tuesday called Mental Fitness with Ellen Kelly, who's a friend of ours, and she is a retired therapist. And we're going to have a guest, Shane Snelling. He's a friend of mine, and we're going to talk about anxiety. So we've got a former therapist that's going to give us therapy tips, and then we're also going to talk about how we handle our own anxiety, which I have to say got so bad during campaigning, I would lose a pound a day. I would get on the scale every day, lost another pound. I know why. Anxiety from running for State House. So to deal with that, I'm excited about that. And then tell us a little bit about your Dr. Ted show.
Dr. So we used to have a show called Father Ted with Dr. Tim. And that was me interviewing a Catholic priest who happens to be my uncle as well, and talking about kind of the intersection of religion and community. And it's been really, and he's just a brave man who will talk about anything, right? Being a priest is a political position, right? It's something to realize. It's actually a political.
You're leading a lot of people.
You're leading a lot of people. You have to be careful what you say to not divide people and always be thinking about bringing people together. You have a country and the government that you live in and influencing you. You have your own, the order of your religion. You have, in his case, the Pope and the Catholic bishops. Like, there's just a lot of things coming at you. So to be able to navigate all that and still have truthful, forward, meaningful conversations is just amazing. I've been loving it, and we're going to do another one tomorrow at 3:00. From 3 to 4, and they're shorter.
They're usually about a half an hour. And what's the name? What's the new name?
So the new name is A Doctor and a Priest Walk into a Podcast.
And shout out to Scott for thinking of that. We love that. Yeah, that's great.
That's pretty good.
We've already had 2 episodes of that, and I'm proud of Tim. He's going to do this one, the tech stuff, right?
Doing it all myself.
The other ones, I'm hitting the buttons and crawling behind him, to get out the door. It's pretty funny. You should see the behind the scenes of the beginnings. So I'm really proud of you.
Figure out how to make this.
And I will be on standby at my house if you need help, but I know you can do it. Smart doctor man, you got this. But yeah. So I'm excited for other people to know how to do this.
I'm sure. Get something off your plate.
It's been rough with the snow days and the kids sick and the basement flooding and all of the things I've had lately. So yeah, This is my fun stuff. Okay, we're going to get off. I know you're busy. Start the music. Remember how to do that. You got this. And then you're going to end the stream once we close it down. Everybody, tune in tomorrow, Thursday, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and catch Destiny Wells, Jennifer McCormick, Karen Tallian. These are big leaders wanting to tackle the hard job of Indiana Democrat chair. And we're going to get some honest, long, thoughtful answers from them tomorrow. I'm so excited. Good job, Tim, in talking to them and getting it worked out, because you did that, and that was work. Good job.
Yeah. Thanks. Yep. More importantly, thanks to them for coming on.
Yes, thank you so much.
Their time is valuable, and it'll be great for them to show us how we can be better Hoosiers. So
yes,
do it.
Yes, love it, love it. See you tomorrow, Thursday at 5:30. Let's do this, guys. Bye, everybody.